What is up, good people? What is up? I hope everybody's doing well. Try to center this here. I hope everybody's doing well, enjoying your day, your time, and all this kind of stuff. So, all right. So let's dig into it. So make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. Hit the thumbs up. All right. So let's get into it. So I was asked to do a couple of series, or I'll create a separate playlist if I haven't done it already, about for grown folks only. So it'd be for FGO, so for grown folks only. So the first installment I'm going to talk about is life as a empty nester, and this can be good and bad. And I'm going to try to kind of waffle back and forth between, with whether you're partnered up, married, becoming an empty nester, or if you're single, becoming an empty nester. A lot of things are going to be similar, but when you're partnered up, it's going to have a little bit of a different dynamic, because when I'm going to talk about getting to know yourself, you have to try to get to know your spouse again and reconnect with your spouse, and focus on them and things along those lines. So I did take some notes, and so I am an empty nester, and I unfortunately, I got divorced as an empty nester, which was very, very sad in my estimation. All right, so first thing I would say is to be financially, make sure that you are financially working on yourself. I mean, your kids go to college, or when I say empty nester, I'm talking about they go to they're out of college, in the military. They're not coming back for any foreseeable time. If they're going away for college and they're coming back for vacations or coming back for the summer, you're not an empty nester. You might want to live like one, but you're really not, in my opinion. So first thing you got to start doing is before this time comes, prepare yourself mentally and financially that this is coming. Your kids are going to be growing up. They're going to move out. They're moving out, planning on joining the military. They got a good job. They're going to live with their girlfriend, move in with their boys. They're sick of living with you, sick of your rules and all this kind of stuff. So you got to prepare yourself for all that type of thing. So you got to prepare yourself mentally. You should be able to save some money, right? Turn off some lights, save some heat, save some electricity. Maybe able to lower your Wi-Fi bill and all this kind of stuff. Whatever bills you have, you might be able to lower them. Food bills should be going down. So all that should lessen. And then of course you got to prepare yourself, obviously emotionally, because you're used to having your kids around, and it can be kind of upsetting to not have them around, to be going through this type of turmoil, emotional turmoil, because you're used to seeing them, you raised them, you're little angels, and as they get older, you start to develop this friendship with them when they're 17, 18. But now, so now this is the emotional kind of preparation that you should be coming to, that you're not going to be able to talk to them every day. You're now even going to move from being a parent to a mentor to a friend, particularly when they don't live with you anymore. Now you should be friends, or friendly, right? Still have a little bit of a mentoring, parenting relationship, but at that time, if you did things right, they should be your friend. They should be your friend. I wrote something on here. I can't even read my own writing. Who wrote this? Focus. I want to say focus on yourself. This is an opportunity to focus on yourself. You can rediscover yourself. You can just walk around your house naked. You're right. You can drink your wine. You can enjoy yourself. Watch whatever you want to watch. You get to control your remote control if you're living apart. And if you're living partnered up, then again, this is time to focus on not only yourself, getting to know yourself, developing your own hobbies, going to dance lessons, cooking new recipes. You can explore a whole new dynamic because you have this whole time. And of course, if you're partnered up, you should take the time to do it together. This is really a time for you guys to reconnect and make sure that you guys want to make this last. Not like me. Don't do like I did. All right, make it last. Make it do what it got to do. You can also take this time to develop or seek out hobbies that you've always wanted to do. You can take this time to read some books, catch up on movies, make movies, start a YouTube channel. I mean, hobbies, crocheting, building stuff, whether you're male or female, right? Doing stuff in your garage, tinkering around underneath the hood of your car. You can take this time to really focus on yourself, learn hobbies, take dance lessons, poetry, pottery. You got the world, take classes, go back to school. I mean, you got a lot of time in your hands, and you don't have to sit there feeling sad or empty or lonely or even developing lazy, right? Get back in the gym, right? Maybe you didn't have time because, you were always running to, I can remember, and I think this was a large part of what happened to me, but, um, when your kids are, if they're active, 16, 17, right, you're running them to the games, and I was, waking up every Saturday morning, bringing my daughter to softball stuff and practice, and during the week and all this kind of stuff. So you're eating poorly, right? Ordering pizzas, all this kind of stuff. So now that the kids are grown, you can even do this if they're away from you in college, right? Now you can really start to get back to a healthier lifestyle. Get back in the gym. You can, and start eating right, working on your vegetarian, vegan recipes, or just healthier foods, right? Stop frying everything, bake your chicken, all this kind of stuff, right? You can get back to that. You can certainly focus on your health and making sure that you're going to the doctors, as much as your insurance, if you have it, or much as your finances would allow it. Really try to focus on yourself, because now they're gone. If you've had health issues, this is the time to really kind of focus and say, okay, let me work on these health issues. Let me try to lose some weight, get back in the gym, do a walking regimen, do something to get back to where you need to be, right? Work on living well. Work on living well. I would say also this is a time to not only to rediscover yourself and your mate if you have one, but really take this time to rediscover all friendships, reevaluate all friendships, all relationships. Let me put it like that: all relationships, one with your spouse, the one that you are looking for, what you're going to be looking for in a mate if you don't have one. Your friends, all these people are drag on your life because you're not in a different place mentally, right? You should be. All these people are drag on you. Are they benefiting you, right? And that would include family, friends, and romantic relationships should all be reevaluated. You may also be in a place, let me stick with this, reevaluating your friends, right? Making sure that all these different types of people are not a drain on you mentally, psychologically, emotionally, financially, right? Making sure that all these people are really benefiting you. You have done your time as a parent, putting into your children the tools and essentials that they need for life. You taught them everything they need, a lot of the things that they need to know about how to be good, wholesome, productive citizens. And so now you need to step back and say, okay, what is it that these other people are now contributing into me? Because I put all this into them. And while I had friends and family along the way to help you, and maybe you had all that to help you and guide you and all that kind of stuff. But now you're at a place now where you can kind of sit back and say, okay, well now, what is it that you offer me? And as far as friendship, family, relationships, loving, caring, emotional support, you need to you can now take the time to really do a good reflective reevaluation as to what these people who are around you in your circle, in your life, are contributing. And I would say if they're not, let them go. You don't have to cut them off and not see them during Thanksgiving or Christmas or holidays, or wish them a happy birthday and all that kind of stuff. But I would try to wean myself off of those type of people who are just energy vampires, man. That's what I would do as an empty nester. You can do what you want. It's your life. You can do what you want, but it's your life. But I can tolerate, my patience and tolerance as someone who's tried, who's overcome a lot. And I'm not saying this because I'm better than anyone. I'm saying this because I know what it took emotionally and mentally for me to get to a certain place in life. And I'm not going to let anyone drain me. I've raised my kids, did my job, and I want to live life to its fullest. Speaking of jobs, it's a time now where you might be able to reevaluate whether you want to stay in this dead-end job. not the saying that you have a dead-end job, but if you enjoy your job, you can pick up more overtime, you can do more. Now you can apply for promotions, you can move to a different shift. When my kids got older, I need some water. When my kids got older, um, I switched from third shift to the first shift because they were able to take care of themselves. So you might want to reevaluate your job, reevaluate your life, reevaluate, where you're going. And as well as now that you've gotten a little bit older, and now you're taking care of your health, as I suggested, eating right, exercising, now you might want to also reevaluating your finances. And along with reevaluating your finances, you want to take a look at, retirement options. And how far away is retirement? Are you planning for retirement? And there's plenty of things along the way. Hold on here. Dang, I had to pause. I thought I had some water in the trunk. I'm thirsty. All right. My favorite spot here. Get something. I'm gonna have to let you guys go in a minute here. You can take this time to really reevaluate your finances and make sure that you're on your way to where you need to be. There are plenty of articles, and you can even Google this, right, about money moves to make when you're 50, things along those lines. And I watched a YouTuber, a retired couple YouTuber, who I think retired either in Portugal or in Costa Rica. I can't remember where exactly they retired to. I know they were hopping around, and I don't remember where they settled on. A retired couple who from the Oakland area, and they started making moves when they were 50. So it's never too late. If you're 40 and all this kind of stuff, yeah, maybe, when I joined the police department, they had all these different programs about, saving money and all this kind of stuff. And they said, if you put this amount of money in a way, then, when you retire, you have $1.2 million. I don't have $1.2 million. I mean, the stock market crashed in 2000, 2008, so that wiped out a lot of money. But I was able to save something. But even if you didn't do my point is, even if you didn't do any of that, now that you're retired and you're reevaluating the finances, put that money in a Roth IRA, put that money in some other aggressive savings account, even a money market account will give you, greater yields than a regular savings account. So Google that stuff, talk to a financial person, and maybe you were, in debt and you didn't have all this because you were buying kids clothes and you were, your food bill was up and all this kind of stuff. And now that extra money, if you were able to live, and this is great advice that I was once told, if you're able to live on this, even though it's tight, when you get extra money, you still keep living that way and just bank that other money. So if you were making it before, and now let's just say because your food bill and all these other bills have gone down, let's just say you're saving $500 a month, because your kids aren't there, just for round numbers, put that money in a Roth. You're already making it. Just put that money in an IRA or some other aggressive savings account. I always do guaranteed stuff. I don't do all this up and down or high risk and all this kind of stuff. That stuff is good when you're 20s and 30s, maybe up to like 38, 39. But once you hit 40, you really got to. To me, you got to start doing something that's guaranteed. I'll take the 1 or 2% interest as long as it's guaranteed. Forget people with 10% yields, but when it goes good, it's going good. When it's going bad, it's going bad. So, but you do what's best for you. Talk to somebody who's far more knowledgeable than I am about that. So reevaluating your retirement. It's never too late. Reevaluating your money. Reevaluating your friends. Focus on health. Develop some hobbies. Focus on yourself, your emotional well-being, financial well-being, and also if you got this extra time and money, take some trips. If you got a couple of whatever your job is, even if it's a weekend trip, down to Mexico, to Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, take a trip to Canada, get out, see the world, right? Become politically more active. Take some cooking lessons, dance lessons, get out, see the world, and enjoy your time here, So I'm still trying to get to the travel. I didn't really talk about this, but I had some health issues. That's why, if you guys follow me for a little bit, I was planning to travel, but I had some health issues. So I'm looking to hopefully travel and be back in the travel game in February or March at the latest. So by the time I record this, so Listen, that is what it is, man. That's why I always talk about health. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. So just to sum up again, prep financially, emotionally, focus on yourself, uh, develop some hobbies, focus on your health, living well, wellness, rediscover or reinterpret, you know, reevaluate your friends, your family, and all the relationships that you have. That's including your job. Reevaluate all that. You want to stay at this job, or now is the time. Now is the time for you to open up a business because your kids aren't there. You don't really have that burden of having to do for them. Open up a business, create that side hustle, right? And then plan for retirement. Put that money aside and plan for retirement. So, and travel and just enjoy life. And also, and again, along with the hobbies, is become politically active, join some groups, book clubs, some actual book clubs. You know who I'm talking to. Some book clubs, and all that. So, all right. So let me know your thoughts and your opinion. What did I miss as far as plan as far as going forward as an empty nester? Well, let me answer this. Do you get lonely? I mean, that's going to depend on the person. Men generally don't have as many friends and have the social networks that ladies have. I think that's probably something that we should look to try to overcome and try to change. Um, you know, um, but I'm kind of good. I mean, this may be a male thing, but I'm kind of good. I don't really get lonely as much. I mean, my kids come and call me up, check on me. I talk to my mom. And I have a couple of really good friends. We call each other, text each other from time to time. So I'm good with that. I got you guys, so I got hobbies and stuff. So, that keeps me engaged, and all that. And, I teach online, as you all know. So I'm engaging with kids and students and, other faculties from time to time. So I have a pretty, well, nobody's going to come bring me some chicken soup if I get sick, except for my daughter. She'll bring me something. So that can be a little, frustrating, but, so that's something that men got to deal with, work on from time to time. But do I get lonely? Not really. Sometimes, but, I have, some other, people who do check on me from time to time, so I appreciate that. But if that's your thing, you get lonely, you don't want to be alone, then again, that's why I suggest joining some different groups where you actually have that human interaction, book clubs, political clubs, dance lessons, and you can make some friends, or if you have friends on the job and now is an opportunity for you to hang out with them more, take up that opportunity to hang out with those people more. So that's the lonely thing. What else could there be? As far as that. Oh, you can do some things around the house, redesign your house, do some projects around the house, obviously. What else is there? Oh man, a garden. A garden. I really like to get a garden. The thing about my house is that it's not. I don't really get a good amount of sunshine, and I would have to. I suppose I could finagle that somehow, but that is something that I've been meaning to do, is to start as a garden. But I want to travel, so I can't really start a garden and be traveling. So, thinking off the top of my head here. So those are just some things, just things to think about. So again, what did I miss? That's the social loneliness. And if you did right, your kids should be wanting to be coming back to you. So I did another video about that, about old men growing old alone. So make sure you check out that video. So, but that's it. Not gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Much love and peace. Y'all take it easy. Let me know what I missed. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are about what you are doing. If you're an empty nester, let me know what your routine is and how you're living. Or do you get lonely and how you fight that off? And what did I miss? And all that kind of stuff. So much love and peace.